The giant killer base gets crushed. Well, I guess you can't win them all. Welcome back, fellow Clashers, or of course, if it's your first time here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as today we revisit the giant killer base and watch it getting beaten, not only beaten, but 2-starred by players with much lower level heroes than myself. So we're going to get right into these replays, and here this player had relatively high heroes, a 37 queen and a 29 king. And yes, I was watching this live, got in a few seconds late and noticed he was already nearly to that Town Hall enclosure. Looked good for a few seconds as all of the Inferno Tower streams and the Teslas were firing on those units headed towards the center. But now the king is moving in, the queen has focused on the Town Hall, or at least is about to. There she goes. She's on my Town Hall, doesn't look good. First star. Both his king and queen still nearly at full health. The giants that he brought are helping to tank for the queen, keeping her protected from those other defenses, and that really is what made the difference here. The king kind of did a moonwalk there for a second, stuck up against a wall. He finally turns around, but it's the queen that's going to do the bulk of the cleanup work. And it looks like she's got a tank on her lower left. The king survives quite a long time and actually distracts that Expo long enough to let the queen start work on that wall herself. The minion at the bottom of the screen is working on one last structure as well. 46% damage to the queen, finally through that level 11 wall. Now he activates the royal cloak, trying to avoid the giant bomb curse, and he does pretty well. She gets a couple more structures down. There's the giant bomb, but it's too late. In fact, the queen is about to fall to that cannon. The minion by itself would have been enough to get to 50%. It takes the cannon down for 49, moves on to the gold mine with plenty of time left, so the attacker drops a couple of archers and they will work together to grab the second star, 50% with a 29 king, a 37 queen, 2-starring the giant killer base. Now next up we have another live replay, this from a player with a level 18 king and just a level 20 queen. So I've got double the hero levels on this attacker, but he is using cool calculated precision to enter my base. You'll notice the jump spell on the left, maybe just barely catching the edge of that second wall. Wall breakers having opened the far lower left enclosure, 2 more jump spells, and now here come the golems. So a wide entry towards the center of my base. Several different enclosures open. The heroes moving in behind a P.E.K.K.A. Giant bomb doesn't grab but maybe one wizard, so most of the wizards are still up, and that can be one of the pivotal differences in an attack like this. The golems on the bottom right are tanking for those wizards, and the more wizards that survive, the more trouble I'm in. Well-placed freeze spell just misses my lava hound as it moves in. The king in the center, the queen as well. Looks like they're headed right for the town hall enclosure. The lava pups are going to slow things down, but the wizards help take out those pups. And we are in the town hall enclosure, not looking good. The king surprisingly still up, and now he's going to take down my level 40 king with the Iron Fist. He gets the job done against a much higher level king, and now he turns towards the town hall. The heroes together get the town hall down, and this attacker already up to 41% damage. Having opened so many different enclosures, the golems have moved in throughout the base on the left-hand side. 43, 45% now as the Archer Queen uses her Royal Cloak, finally stalling against a wall. But by the time the Queen goes down, 46% damage. And I have to give congratulations to Hoover of Alianza Chilena for an excellent attack with such low-level heroes, coming so close to a second star on my base despite my big level 40 heroes and a base that has become known as the Giant Killer, taking down Titan level player after Titan level player. Well done, Hoover. A 1-star win, and he walks away with just 4 trophies. But in this next replay, adding insult to injury, another live replay, and notice this player, just a level 20 king. Shaft from the clan Reaper crew, not even bringing his queen at all, left her home, probably upgrading, and the Wi-Fi stalls there for just a second. Now the units moving in, well-placed rage spells, getting those balloons in towards the center. Good freeze spell, freezing the far Inferno Tower. Balloons clearing the Teslas on the near side and continuing through the base. 36% damage. And I have to admit, at this point, I was pretty much counting the trophies I was about to win on this defense, looking pretty good with only the level 20 king remaining and no other troops to be deployed. But if you look on the far right, you only have that one archer tower protecting about half a dozen buildings. And my barbarian king just about down. He drops the king way down here, which was a brilliant move, using the king to get through the wall while out of range of the archer tower. Now, the turning point for this raid really is right here. He destroyed my clan castle with the splash damage from the balloons before they ever had a chance to deploy. Yes, my hound and balloon sat in the clan castle and went down inside the burning building. The carnage just horrific inside, no doubt. Lava hound all over the walls, melting into nothingness, and really that is what makes the difference at the end of this raid. Without any clan castle troops to stop him, the level 20 king all by his lonesome is going to work his way through these buildings, taking some serious damage from that maxed out archer tower, but not enough to stop him. This attacker waiting very patiently for the king to move closer and closer to that archer tower, finally hits the iron fist. That's going to get him through the archer tower. That's 47% damage. And there, another key. All of the defenses have fallen to the balloons earlier in the attack. You can tell at this point, a couple of walls stand between this king and 50% damage. But there he goes through that first lava, magma, pumpkin-covered wall. The camp goes down for 48%. And he's on to the next layer of walls along with a bunch of his barbarians. Just needs 2 more structures at this point. They're going to get through that wall. The elixir pump, just a sitting duck for these units. And it doesn't look like there's enough defenses in the way to stop him from getting to the next structure. The elixir pump goes down. They move on after one of the 2 spell factories. And in fact, they are going to take both of the spell factories down all the way to 52% damage. That ends the raid. A well done raid from Shaft with just a level 20 king. So champion level players doing what Titans could not, taking down the giant killer base. But as always, thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Let me know what you think about the new outro. Don't forget to check out my other episodes, like, comment, and of course, subscribe for daily Clash of Clans content. And I hope to see you guys back here again tomorrow with more full attacks.
Galadon, I approve of your new outro, on front and centre, just like I always should be. That's right.